Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Heather and this is Create Your Own Cozy. I am back from spring break at the beach with my family, got my tan going, and I wanted to thank everyone who stopped by to see my family thrift haul. We went to the Goodwill bins while we were in Florida. If you missed that video, my entire family joined the video, like it or not, but it was a family affair. But we are back and I am doing some DIY projects for you today. Today I am going to use a new to me color, Gypsy green, in the color DIY paint. If you want to see how I upcycled my thrifted finds, still working on my stash, stick around. For my first project today, I'm going to marry two thrifted items together. I got this, it was a crackled, pretty glazed riser. I put it in my booth as is, and quite honestly, this color just didn't go with anything else that was in my booth, and it didn't sell after a couple weeks. I was like, this just needs to get out of here. So I'm using my Little Dipper new paintbrush from DIY Paintbrushes. Guys, these brushes make painting so much fun. The great part about this little one is it does fit in the sample size colors, but I'm using the color Gypsy green straight over the glass, and then I'm going to clean this up as well and marry these two together. I did 2 coats on each of these items. I went over it with clear wax and then did a little spots of dark wax just to make it look a little bit aged. I am not going to attach them together. I'm going to stage them together because someone would rather buy them separately, but I'm definitely going to put these two together. I found a little coaster basket that I had used in another video where all I did was do watered down antiquing wax on it to age it a little bit, and I thought it broke it up really well, and I like the basket in the bottom of this. So I'm really happy. I'm loving this gypsy green color. It really is a lovely color. And what do you guys think of this one? This next little green tin thing, I didn't even buy it. I'm not a big palm tree person. I was born and raised in Florida. I've had enough of the palm trees, and I also didn't really like the yellow. So I went over this with Gypsy green and then realized I really didn't change the color of this very much with the Gypsy green option. But I did 2 coats of Gypsy green. I wet distressed with a lint-free rag and some water to try to bring back some of the stuff. And then I was like, you know what? This is still boring to me. And again, didn't pick it. But I went over it with French millinery. Actually, I went over it with Big Top, so it's all sealed. Now I'm going to go over it with French millinery. That way, when I wet distress the French millinery, it won't mix with the green paint underneath. it will just leave the green paint, and I just spilled water all over it, but that's fine. It's all fine. And I am liking this more with the green and purple combination. I distressed it back so the green would come through, and you could really see like green and purple is such a great color combination. I decided I liked it, so I painted the inside as well. Went over this one with wax just so everything is sealed in. It was free to me, and it's done. Better than it used to be, at least. Still not my favorite. So since I'm adding a new color, Gypsy green, to my booth, I wanted to do a bunch of items so I could create a vignette. I got this picture, I did not pay $5 for it, from an estate sale I went to a while back, and I got a bunch of pictures bulked together. But I'm using the new DIY brush, the Perfectionist, and I'm really not being perfect on this one. I'm just using the tip of this to get down in the details. 2 coats of Gypsy green, and then I realized that the green was not quite the same as the one in the picture. I'm going to distress it so that you can see some of the gold come through. Wet distress it. I'm going to do clear wax over the top of that, and then I decided white wax would look great with all of these amazing, beautiful details. This is the great part about DIY clay-based paint. This is not sealed, so it's very easy to use this little straight edge, clean it up. It comes off really well with cleaner, and I love doing these somewhat expected picture frames in a color to kind of bring out the picture a little bit more, and I'm excited to bring this one to my booth. I thought what this little vignette could use is a basket. Went in my stash. Of course I had one. And this guy just needed to be repaired. I just did some hot glue repair right here and painted just the band, 2 coats of this Gypsy green. Where the band was missing, I went ahead and decided to paint it green anyway to make it look like it was there. And I'm really happy with how it turned out in the end. I did a top coat of Big Top on here so that it was sealed in there. And then, you know what, I decided to do the band on the inside as well. Since it is such a short basket, it was going to be seen better and showed the contrast really well. So, simple project, but really happy with how it updated this basket. This last project this week was kind of my play project for the week. I had this pile of baskets that were used for paper plates back in the day, but I went a little crazy thrifting them a while back and thought, well, I need to start making some stuff. So I painted a layer of Gypsy green. And then I was inspired by my friend Kristen at Simply Joy Creations by Kristen. I will put a link down below. I've shared her before. She is in my membership group, my networking group with Sonnet, and she just has some great ideas with these multimedia projects. So I decided, you know what, I need a little playtime. So I just went through some of the stuff that I have, the Antiquities IOD stamps, just trying to decide like what kind of layers can I make to make this a 3D art project. So I worked on it. I went to bed thinking I was going to end up one way the next morning, and then, well, I'll just let you look and see how this ends up, and let me know in the comments below, did I make the right choice? Would you have done something differently? I know there's no right choice because this one was kind of like my creativity, push myself out of my comfort zone this week. So let me know what you think of it, what you would have done differently, and I will let you watch the process. All right, guys, what did you think? Did you have a favorite? I really loved how that birdhouse on a pedestal turned out, but I really had fun doing my mixed media project this week. It was good to make something that If I don't sell it, that's fine. I had fun doing it and creating something and seeing what works and seeing what doesn't work. And sometimes when you're creative, that is part of the process. So let me know in the comments below if you were inspired to do a multimedia project of your own. Don't forget to follow my friend Kristen. I will put her information down below. She is constantly doing work on her Facebook page that inspires me to step out of my box. And she has this way with words. Go check her out. Anyway, if you missed last week's video, I would like to mirror what my husband said. Thank you so much for being here, for supporting me and our whole family just by being here and being on this journey with me. I feel so encouraged by you guys, and I wanted you to feel encouraged as well to create, even if it's not to sell. Create, because you are made to be creative. So I know I'm overdue. I am working on Q1's vendor booth recap. I missed a deadline in January for my January booth sales, and I was like, well, let's just let that slide. And this is what happens when I miss my own deadlines. It's a free for all. So I know I am working on Q1's vendor booth sales. They have been really good, spoiler alert, and my DIY paint is doing really well. Check out the brushes if you haven't. Gosh, they are so amazing. Anyway, I'm also in the process of working on my website. We had a little malware problem. The website's not even up, and there was a little breach on the back end, and malware got into my website. So we've got that solved now. I'm working on getting all the DIY products listed onto my site, and then I have to send it to them for approval to sell online. I know a number of you have said that if I sold it, you would buy it for me. So what am I waiting for? Gosh. Anyway, guys, I appreciate you. I hope that you have a fabulous week, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. Also, this guy turns 3 on Monday. Henry has a birthday coming. You go wag your tail. Does Henry have a birthday? You gonna be 3 years old? You gonna be 3? You say hi to everybody. Say, I'm a handsome boy and I'm about to be 3.